Okay. So, video pops up on my feed quite a few times. Seen a lot of people talking about it where little boy's playing in the park and woman calls him the N-word. I got so many questions about this. And it gets worse the more I hear about it. So, from what I can recall, the little boy is 6. In the park, goes up to random woman and her kid and starts rifling through her diaper bag. She gets upset about him rifling through the diaper bag. I think she said he took something. Calls him the N-word with the hard ER. Another person sees it, is recording it, makes an issue of it, and then she says, if he's acting like one, then I'll call him one. Now, nothing in her defense. Like, there's nothing defensible about what she did. She reacted. I don't know what was taken, so I don't know why she reacted so harshly, but I can understand you're not wanting stuff to be stolen from you. Here's what I don't understand, and I think I understand it, but here's what I don't. I don't understand why more people aren't talking about this aspect of it. 6 years old at a public park should never be away from their parent for this long. Long enough to find a random person, long enough to be around them to be playing with the kid is what I think they said in one of the other ones. Long enough to be rifling through somebody else's bag and take something. Long enough for that person to call them a racial slur. Long enough for that person to then start walking off and talking about how they're unremorseful about it. And the mother is nowhere to be found. Nowhere. Or father. Who knows who this kid was with. At 6. My daughter's 8. And she don't go around strange adults at the park if I'm not in earshot of what's going on. At 8. My son is an adult, but when he was that age, same thing. I'm not letting him just roam around the park. At 6, to where it's just rolling up on strange people. The other question I have is, why was he rifling through somebody's bag? First thing comes to mind, this kid is starving and looking for snacks. Second thing comes to mind is, nobody ever checked him about just having proper manners and respecting other people's property. But here's what I think happened. And it's probably going to make a bunch of people mad, but I'm only speaking because I've seen this happen so many times. I think his parent, specifically his mom, because dads don't do this, I think his mom saw somebody that looked nice and safe. So she just let him go on over there. And then when she saw it becoming a thing, she just relied on, well, I guess if it's a problem, they'll say so. And here's why I say I believe that. I've had this happen to me in public places. Most recently, I was taking my daughter on a trip out of state, and we took a train. And a little girl came up and just started standing at my aisle and trying to take my daughter's diaper bag or her backpack for like 20 minutes. And the whole time I'm wondering, where is this little girl's parent? Because she couldn't have been no more than like 2. She couldn't talk. She had a pacifier. She could walk, but that's about it. And the whole time, there's just no parent around. And then finally, I look up the aisle by about 6-8 rows, and I see this mom peeking out and then ducking back in over and over again. So now I know where the mom is. She just don't care. I look nice and safe, so she's gonna let her kid annoy the crap out of me for 20 minutes. What was happening was this little girl is snot all down her nose, and she wanted to flip up and down the sequence on my daughter's bag. So I just had to hold the bag while she did it so she didn't take it, because she kept trying to take it. Even worse than that story, I was on a bus one time going from Michigan to I was going home from New York to Michigan. Family of 4 gets on. Now I'm sitting window on my side. And if you've never been on like big bus, there are usually 2 people on each side, just like any regular like school bus or charter bus. Anyway, I'm on the window on my side, and then there's another girl in front of me by herself too. Family of 4 gets on. Mom and dad sit on the opposite aisle, and then mom and dad split the 2 kids up between the row I'm in and the row that the other girl is in. Now, the responsible parents that hear that is instantly gonna go, wait, what? Huh? Because the common sense thing to do would be to put the 2 kids together and then have the adults separate, sit on the opposite side of the aisle, and watch over the kids if the bus is crowded. That ain't what they did though. They split the kids up. I had headphones on. I wasn't on that type of time. Little dudes or whoever was like, tried to be all up in my business for a hot minute, and then they kind of just chilled out and left me alone. Then I watched the movie and I picked the kid-friendly movie and I kind of let them lead and watch whatever. But the girl in front of me, nightmare. This kid did not leave her alone for the entirety of the trip. Talked, wanted to be entertained, wanted to use her stuff the whole time. From New York all the way back to Michigan. I think we might have stopped in Cleveland. The whole time. You want to know what the parents did? Cuddled up and slept on the opposite side of the bus. And this is why I say, what I think happened was the mom saw somebody who she felt was safe enough to just pawn her kid off for a short-term babysitter. I don't know why this part of the story is being ignored. I don't know why we only focus on the word part that we already knew existed. But I think it's kind of odd that we as black people always can look at what they did, but we can never be like, but how did we play a part in that? And then we'll be the same ones that scream people need to be held accountable.